Expansion is actually a natural feeling. It will naturally unfold. And if you think about your expansion as a natural unfolding of who you're meant to be, it's going to feel a little bit softer on your nervous system. A practice that I have found really helpful, especially as I'm in the process of working on building a new program, I'm confronting my own edges here, is to really be gentle with my body. I notice when the sensations rise up and they start to feel overwhelming. And instead of pushing through at that moment, I actually release the pressure. And what that looks like for me is I go take a walk, I make myself a cup of tea, I pet my pets, and just allow my nervous system to reset, to feel into what it feels like in this space that I'm in, because we're giving ourselves too much pressure, and that often puts us into that childlike space of needing to do it perfectly or needing to perform, and that takes away from the authenticity that happens in the creative process. So if you find yourself as a creative or just at work during the day, if you find yourself really pushing beyond what you feel your limits are, and I wonder what might happen if you were to see it as releasing pressure and bringing yourself back to a state of groundedness and regulation before you keep going. Divers or mountain climbers know that you can only go up so far before you have to re-regulate and then keep going. This is why nervous system work, while it can be incredibly long-lasting and instantaneous, often the integration of it does take a while, because when we tax our nervous system too much, stimulate it too much without allowing that time for stabilization, it's kind of like pushing a muscle too much. We can set ourselves up for injury. We're more prone to injury because that muscle doesn't have as much control, that we're not in as much control of our next steps as we would be if we would just take some pressure off, calm ourselves for a second, and then keep going. Take a few breaths, breathe into your heart, feel the sensations, give yourself some space, and then keep expanding.